The way I see colleges as costs, I don't know how to answer that question at all. Like, I don't know about the cost of certain colleges.
I usually start off when I have parent meetings asking parents if they know how much money it costs to attend a university like UCLA. Money is the biggest fear that they have based on a lot of the presentations that we conduct. It's money.
Parents all over the country are dealing with huge college loan bills. We know that nationwide it's over a $1 trillion college loan bill, and the price is only getting higher.
I definitely wouldn't be able to afford it if it wasn't for financial aid. I've applied for scholarships and for grants, so that's been the main thing that's helped me. Of course, if it wasn't for financial aid, I would not be able to afford a dime of college, probably not even my living situation either. Definitely the process of applying for financial aid FAFSA was easy. It's just the procrastination that makes it a little bit more difficult. If you have the time to do it now, so just do it now. Most times when you wait to the last minute, you only take 5 minutes to do it, and you think like, wow, really? It only took 5 minutes? I could have done this 2 weeks ago. So I think it's just best to do it when you can.
Wherever I end up going, whether it's going to be a community college or a vocational school, there was going to be a lot of lending money involved. Loaning money involved. And I was okay with that, and I thought to myself, well, I want to go to college, and I know my parents want me to go to college, and given that I have, all these older siblings, my parents can't afford to put me into a university, and my dad even told me that he couldn't afford a university. And so I told him, well, I'm doing it on my own. I told him, well, you're not paying for it, I am. And I think to a certain degree that hurt my dad a lot. Especially in terms of the idea that this is my daughter, it's like I want to do this for my daughter and I can't even do that.
Some of my biggest concerns would be the cost. Right now my family is struggling due to my sister's college.
Like, I never really understood the whole financial or like economics or like the whole money aspect of things, so it was kind of like, I guess maybe it didn't hit me yet to think of it as a big deal. But now that I'm seeing like how much I'm starting to like owe, I'm kind of like a little terrified now and thinking, oh my god, like how much do I need to like separate a month to like pay my loan? But I guess in the beginning, no, it wasn't like a factor for me. But now that I'm seeing it add up, I'm like, oh my god, I need to do something about this.
For myself, no, money was not a factor at that time. Money is a factor now for my children. Family support is a big issue, and if you have that, somehow they all contribute to helping out, and either for the rent or for, books, somehow everything works out. So I'm grateful that there are loans and that the banks trust that you will pay them, and education, no one can take that away from you. And it's a good thing that we do have loans.
And that's one of the fights that we always have with parents when we're presenting. Having them to understand that a loan is not necessarily bad. It's not. An example that I provide to everyone is, okay, whoever wants a house, you think if people are gonna buy it cash? No, you're gonna have to get in debt. Why is it that you get in debt in a house? Because you believe it's an investment. Education is an investment. If you're coming in to get an education and you're not willing to invest, there's something wrong. Going to college is not something that is going to cost you what you hear in the news. Because the university and the state has always stated that for those students that are low income, even if tuition goes up, it was being paid for. And I think a lot of people focus on the recession and, in a lot of the newspapers or websites were saying, is college worth it? It's always worth it. It's always worth it. It will always be worth it. You have to invest. I think people have to understand what they're willing to invest. If you were to ask me If I would do it all over again, if it would cost me 100,000, I would say yes.